Hi, before you start watching this video, write down, do you believe in this COVID or is it all fake? So first of all, you will watch the first part that we have already discussed, and then I will tell you in details the second part. Enjoy, don't forget to subscribe. Bye.
Good evening again. I'm Sandra Bookman.
And I'm Joe Torres. COVID-19 cases are on the rise in nearly half the country, and health officials fear we could see a winter surge as temperatures drop and people gather for the holidays.
And now some states are allowing booster shots for all adults, even though the federal government has not officially recommended the doses to people under 65. Here's ABC's Elwin Lopez.
At least 21 states are currently seeing an uptick in cases of COVID-19. Saturday marking the 5th consecutive day that hospitalizations have risen across the U.S. There are now concerns cases could rise even further as temperatures drop and people gather for the holidays. St. Michael's College in Vermont has suspended social gatherings after a spike in cases tied to Halloween parties.
Hold your dog above the ground, and the dog is trying to, to run, but it can't, right? Because it's in the air. So when you suspend something, so it hangs in the air, and all the activities are suspended, which means stopped. So nothing happens. So college has suspended social gatherings. Third time we see the word gather. So when people get together, so college has suspended it. Why? Because there is a spike. Spike, it's like triangle, okay? It's another uptick. It's going up, okay? Spike. And there is a spike where there is a jump, of COVID cases. Why? Because of tide. Tide connected to what? Halloween. So on Halloween, people got together, got ill, got COVID, and went to hospitals, unfortunately.
St. Michael's College in Vermont has suspended social gatherings after a spike in cases tied to Halloween parties.
We've been predicting that there's going to be another wave of COVID-19 over the winter.
And this doctor who looks like from Naked Gun movie, this professor, he says that we are not predicting. So predicting, if you think about the word predict, dictate, it means to say something, right? Predict, to say something before something really happens. So I predicted rain, which means I said that there's going to be rain, and there was rain. So I predicted that. And he says that we have been predicting. So we've been speaking about that for a long time, about this wave. And remember, another word of wave, surge of COVID-19.
We've been predicting that there's going to be another wave of COVID-19 over the winter. We have about half the population vaccinated, arguably 58% fully vaccinated. What that means is we have almost half the population not vaccinated.
But arguably, it's like approximately, arguably. We can argue about that, but in general, it's 58%.
4 states now allowing booster shots for all adults, even though federal health officials recommend limiting doses to people 65 years and older.
Once again, allow is the same as let, but let is more like encouraging verb. You can say, let's go home, let's buy pizza, let's listen to another class. Let's. But allow, it's about permission. So 4 states are allowing booster shots, which means second or third shot, for all adults.
Even though federal health officials recommend limiting doses to people 65 years and older.
So federal government says, let's limit the doses to elderly people, which means 65 and over.
Even though federal health officials recommend limiting doses to people 65 years and older and any adult whose health or job puts them at higher risk.
So federal government says, let's limit the doses to elderly people, which means 65 and over. Okay, and and let's limit the doses to any adult whose health or job, it's hard to hear, health or job, what? Puts them at a risk.
The data now is very clear that more than 6 months out from your second shot, there is a decline in protection against infection.
The guy is making a mistake here. He says the data now is very clear, which means data is plural, so data are very clear. The singular of data is datum. But he's on TV. We should listen to him and just pay attention that it's not really correct. The data now is very clear. What does he mean? He means that, hey guys, if you had 2 shots of vaccination, you should get third shot, because in 6 months after you've been vaccinated, what happens to your vaccination? The strength of it goes down, it declines, so you're not fully protected. So you should get third shot.
Not necessarily against hospitalizations and deaths, but against infections. And if you want to avoid that, people should get the booster.
He says that it doesn't mean that you will die, because it's not necessarily that you will get into hospital or there is a death threat. No. But who wants to be infected? So if you guys don't want to be infected, get 4th, 5th shot, whatever. But keep getting vaccinated.
In California, this father getting his booster, his son rolling up his sleeve for his first shot.
It's funny here, his son is rolling up his sleeve. There are 2 guys, 2 men, and his son is rolling up his sleeve. Whose sleeve? The son's or his own sleeve? Sleeve, I have sleeves, okay? It's a long tube of my shirt, sleeve. If sleeveless short, then it becomes T-short.
We are going to travel at the holidays and Christmas time, and feeling much more comfortable about it with the booster.
We are going to travel. We're going to travel. So we're planning to travel at Christmas time and feeling much more comfortable with the booster.
Meanwhile, the world champion Milwaukee Bucks offered up a little incentive for fans to get vaccinated.
Incentive is a great word. If you don't know the word incentive very well, keep an eye on that, because incentive is like encourage. For example, if someone steals your telephone, let's not think about that, but if it happened, it's a great incentive to buy a new telephone, okay? Or if you get a job where everybody speaks English, so it's a great incentive to learn English. And it's like motivation, you know, it's incentive.
Get a shot and get a photo with the Larry O'Brien trophy.
So we saw this on Facebook last night and thought, he's a big Bucks fan, that'll be awesome for him.
You see, they mean that if you have this trophy as a symbol, you know, like a prize, an award this team got, and so it's an incentive, it's motivation for kids, you know, Brad Pitt, okay? So what if there was a chance to take a picture with him after you get vaccinated? A lot of people would agree to go, you know, just to have a picture with a celebrity. So that's why this incentive, you can take a picture with this trophy if you get vaccinated. I don't know, it probably would not work for me, but it works for a lot of people. So at least for this teenager, at least as minimum.
Get a shot and get a photo with the Larry O'Brien trophy.
So we saw this on Facebook last night and thought, he's a big Bucks fan, that'll be awesome for him.
That's it for now. Please write down the words that you remember now, and I help you understand them. And put the like if you liked it. Put the like if you liked that. And I wonder if you find this video cool, boring, and do you think it's true about COVID-19, what Americans say? Write it down in the comments, and I'll see you next time. Bye.